Hey team, hope you guys are enjoying your week. Apparently it's supposed to snow. I haven't seen any yet, but Josh did shave his beard, so it's got to be coming. But there's just a few things I wanted to share with you heading into this weekend. And so here we go. We are moving into our second week of Scandal, which means we're going to be talking about grace, and which is always a tough issue for some people because sometimes they don't accept it. Sometimes they don't hand it out. And a lot of times, truthfully, people who are very ungracious are that way because they don't think they deserve grace. And so just be praying for the people that walk through those doors so that they can see that grace is given to them freely. But because of that, because of this grace, because of this life-changing, saving grace that we are given freely, just help them remember what it cost God, what it cost Jesus, and how that could be shaping their life. And then just help them see that a relationship with God is absolutely worth the grace that we're given. That, like I said, there's just a lot of people who don't accept it. And because of that, don't hand it out. And it's all because we don't believe we're worth being saved, being loved, being valued. We don't believe we're worth grace. So just be praying that people realize, no, I am. I absolutely am. And because of that, I want to start walking this life out with God. So, again, Scandal, grace, be praying that people accept grace in their lives this weekend. Last weekend, we had baptism. We had 4 people get baptized. And we've actually been trying a little bit harder, it would be a way to say it, of connecting with them this week. One of the biggest things that we've wanted as a Next Steps team is when you get baptized, we want you to become a member of our community. We want you to be involved in a group. We want you to be serving. We want you to be a part of God's family and God's body. And so that's what we've been kind of pushing for. So we've tried a few things differently to connect with people that have been, the 4 people that have been baptized, just to help them take that next step and get connected in with the Fountain Springs community. But I'm also very excited to let you know that this weekend, one of our own is getting baptized. We have 3 people getting baptized, and one of them is Richard Fiddler, who many of you have seen or met or talked to before or get to serve with. He serves on the Next Steps team. He's a tall blonde who's always wearing that ugly Patriots jersey, but he loves them and we love him, so we're okay with it. But he is getting baptized this weekend. If you know Richard, you know that he has a crazy story. He's walked through a lot, and he just loves what God is doing in his life. He has been a great teammate. It's been an awesome time to serve with him and an honor to get to serve with him and learn his story. So not only be praying for those 3, but I hope that you take some time just to celebrate with him this weekend. He's one of our own, and everyone here is a Fountain Springer. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that somebody on our team is getting baptized. So just take some time, if you see him, just celebrate with him. Let him know how proud we are, how much we love him, how much we care. But then also know that there's people in that auditorium who are so desperate for that sort of celebration, for that sort of connection and friendship, and they've been waiting for someone to just come up and say, hey, thanks for coming today. We're so happy you're here. Like, I'm happy you're here. Or the other people getting baptized would love if someone went up and just said, hey, you know what? We're so proud of what you just did. That is so cool, what you just did. So I'm very excited to be a part of Richard's baptism, but it also reminds me that, man, there's 3 other people getting baptized. It's a pretty incredible, special moment, and I'm so happy and honored and humbled that we get to be a part of it. So that's what's going to be going on this weekend. Like I said, there are 3 people getting baptized. So just be praying for them, but then be praying for the other people in the auditorium who know they should be taking this step. They're just a little nervous. Just help them see that, no, like, this is a good thing. This is where you get to decide, I want to spend the rest of my life with God. I'm going to publicly declare it. And we're just so happy to be a part of that. A couple other things for information. Christmas services is coming up, and so we have 6 p.m. on the 23rd, and then 1, 3, and 5 on the 24th. It's Christmas Eve, and so I'm going to be sending you guys blank schedules of those, so you can start asking your team, hey, if you're willing to serve on one of them, and just start writing down. We're going to start manually filling those in, and then in December we'll send out some emails where people can respond to But over the next few weeks, we just want to start getting people, these schedules filled even manually. It's the best time to ask them is when they're already at church serving. And then for you guys also, if you could let me know which ones you want to be a part of. Like I said, I really want any of you who want to try and run the whole guest services, I would love to give you the opportunity to lead. Or if you want to try something different, I just want to give you guys, since we're there for 4 services, I would love to give you the opportunity to lead a service on your own, because pretty soon we're going to be moving to Saturday services, and some of you are going to be stepping up and taking on a little more responsibility within guest services. We do also have coming up the Pie and Ice Cream Social, which is December 11th. It's the second Sunday in December. Right now we have about 50 people signed up, and so just be promoting that, reminding that. It's just going to be a fun time. We can come together, eat some pie, have a contest, and just gather together as a team and as a family before the holidays. And then just if anyone wants to bake a pie, let them know they're free to. Just let me know. If anyone wants to be in the pie eating contest, pie judging contest, awesome. Just let us know. That way we know how many to look for. So if you guys just write that down. The final thing I have for you is, so I was talking to Lila this last weekend, and the greeting team is getting so big that when each person kind of wants to talk and connect, or if they have a prayer request, their meetings can go about 20 minutes. And right now we're not giving them enough time to do all of that. And we want to give you guys as much time as possible to be with your teams, because truthfully, those team huddles are the only time in that week we can all come together and be a community. This is your guys' intentional community time with your team, and I want to give you more than 5 minutes. So we're going to try this again. I know we tried this before. We didn't really have a purpose for doing it, so it didn't work that well, but I want to try meeting again at 8 o'clock so that at 8:15 you can start your team huddles. So what that means is I'm going to be reminding you guys, hey, 8 o'clock, let's be there so we can have our team time and we can get going. And then you're going to need to be telling your teams, hey, 8:10, 8:15, by 8:10 you're going to want to be here, so by 8:15 we can get started. So if that means whoever is sending out the text, let them know so they can put that in the text, or if you guys want to send it out. I also wouldn't mind hearing how that text is going, if everyone, just to make sure everyone has the information they need to be able to send it. So if you could let me know, that would be great. But we're just going to try and bump everything up a little bit. That way we can have a little bit more time with our teams. And then again, just a reminder, you may want to have somebody on your team who is in charge of saying, hey, it is this time, so let's pray, let's get going, so by 8:30 we can be ready. I know I asked Josh, and I'll ask him again this week in our meetings, and like, hey, will you do me a favor at this time? If I'm talking, just remind me, be like, hey, we have to get everything going, because if I run late and I'm not paying attention to the clock, everyone else runs late. And then we have people that walk through our doors that don't have the experiences we want them to have, because we're all running behind. It all filters into this. If we want them to feel welcome, engaged, and valued, timeliness is a part of that. And so I want you guys to have as much time with your teams as possible, but I also want to make sure I am prompt. That way we can get everything going the way it's supposed to go. That way we can run smoothly while having all this intentional time. But I love you guys. I hope to see you tonight at the worship night. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a while since we've done one of these, so I'm just excited to get together and worship. But if it's snowing, stay safe. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. We'll talk to you soon.